When you grow up in, especially Southern California, you know, there was times where the life of gang violence was glorified. And, you know, whether it's through music, through entertainment, through our culture, you know. And I learned through that process of surrounding myself with other creatives and learn from them. So even in that film transition, which even Will was quite helpful in that too. I mean, this is a great example.
Right.
But the goal was to just write my own way, create my own way. And even still to this day, like I'm never thinking about, ooh, what job can I get? It's like, oh, what job can I create? And that's really, you know, that's probably the secret to the sauce, right? Yeah, that's what was so crazy about it. Like I would, you know, even growing up in the projects, growing up in scenarios that we didn't have a lot, but I felt like I had a lot. I felt like I was always destined and it wasn't even like about fame. It wasn't about money. It was just about, I like my life. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have a good time. I was always that, you know, let's smile about it. You know what I mean? Even in some difficult and tumultuous times, I would still find, you know, a silver lining. I would still find a way to smile through pain. Go perfect your craft. And then all those rooms that you want to get into, they're going to be calling to get at you because you're the gift, you're the anomaly, you're the talent. It's like you instead of trying to, that's a lot of time people spend time trying to get hot as opposed to trying to create the true solid foundation of what creates the heat. So I think as whatever I am, I still have this desire in me to be a winner. I have this desire in me to beat the odds. There's something about like when someone tells me I can't do something or tells me no, that fuels me. And it's been that way since day one. Once you're your authentic self, the world is gonna desire what you have to give. And if you never shake off your square, that's value, that's character, that's something that you can't teach. So I mean, in that same sense, when you're building IP, when you're coming up with an idea, it's like, be authentic to what it is and stop trying to chase shit. And if you stop trying to chase it and really work on what your passion is or work on what you know your purpose is, then everything else is gonna fall in alignment. Yeah. I went down there, figured like, and made a U-turn, went back, you know what I mean? Like, I think human nature, we all kind of gravitate towards the unknowing. You know what I mean? It's like, you have to be like, all right, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do this. And you just have to do it. And you'll learn along the way, but you have to have that gumption from the gate to be like, I'm gonna jump out here and I'm gonna just believe in myself and do it. So you have to have a level of self-love, self-promotion, self-dedication. All self is the key word, the common word in all of these things. You have to love self, you have to know self. Not so much that you hurt others or you think less of others. It's not, because that's people like, oh, you think you're better than everybody else. I don't care about everybody else. Like, it's not, I don't think I'm better than y'all. I'm me. Like, and that to a point, it's a fine line because you don't want to disrespect anyone. You still want to have compassion. You still want to have empathy. You still want to enter the space of gratitude, but this is my show. This is my party. This is my block. That you have to, that's where that success lies. And there's no better partner to have than a $1 billion company, because now we can continue to develop restaurants together. We can continue to develop different IP off of that. We continue to make tours and movies and things of that nature. But I've always had that leverage because from the very beginning of when I started, I paid for it myself. Just having a blast. I didn't think about what the future was going to offer up. I was just like, yo, this is a dream come true right now. It's even more than that, because again, I don't like when people offer me jobs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like jobs. I like to create. I like to work. You know what I mean? I like to be a part of something, but I like to work on something that I created.
No, in the moment.
I was definitely a hustler. Like, I don't believe in luck. I believe in alignment. You know what I mean? Like, and you got to put yourself in those positions. It's like, you know, some people say luck is preparation meets opportunity. I was always speaking myself into existence. Now, even to this day, I'm thinking, what's my next big IP like that? What's my next show? What's my next Masked Singer? So even when I went into the deal, when I left NBC and went to Fox, they would come in and pitch all different type of stuff, and I'm like, I want the next big thing. I got to figure it out, and I had to have the insight and the understanding, and you know, I chose the Masked Singer, and still the #1 show on television in that space. So it's like, you just, I mean, obviously I ain't gonna act like I'm this wizard when it comes to, but there's definitely some alignment that has to go along with the process. But it's also about, you know, sticking your neck out and saying, I'm gonna take this chance. I may not be the most talented person in the room, but I guarantee you I'll outwork the most talented person in the room. Or I've also heard him say, I may not be the most talented person in the room, but I'll be the hardest worker in the room. And again, I wasn't the first person to think of it. You know, Magic Johnson was another person who knew how to invest into our communities and saw the value in our communities and was investing in Harlem, put Magic Johnson theaters up there before they started, you know, gentrifying the area. You know what I mean? He was investing. He was putting Starbucks in the hood. He was putting theaters in the hood, TGI Fridays. And I'm like, I just want to do that. Like, can I do what Magic did? Like, and that's when when I sit down and have my meetings, I'm like, I don't want to do what Quincy did. I want to do what Magic did. You know, like, and it's just really learning from the guys that did it before us. But now we have so much more opportunities. Yeah. That's the thing, when you think you've arrived, and then it's snatched from under you, and there's no plan. I had nobody there. Even the people like, it's gonna be all right, I didn't believe them. Like, I was just on the Warner Brothers lot in my Range Rover, and like I saw the millions. I saw me being the biggest young star in the world. Everybody was rocking with me until everybody's gone like that. And it was just, and it wasn't like they abandoned me. It was more like everybody had to move on to their next thing. I had to be the one to figure it out. Like, I always tell people to invest in land, but if I'm really talking investment, I say invest in IP before land. I can get a little esoteric real quick, but I have this, when it comes to like Akashic records and energy, I feel like you're placed in certain, it's the law of synchronicity. Like, I feel like certain things just happen because they are constantly happening. There's certain energies that just are attracted to each other. So I've kind of done my ups and downs in that space too. And like I said, we learning and growing, but I invest most of my time, energy, and money into the IPs. I knew, like, I just zoned in. Like, you kind of, like, again, like, when you know this is my space, this is my flow, you operate in your gift. So I think just, trial and error as well too, but like, I figured it out, you know what I mean? Like, this is what is a gift that I have, so I'm gonna continue to operate in it. Kind of, I've always had an issue with delegating. As, like, I always tell people, like, I'm a great leader, but I'm a horrible boss. Like, I can inspire, I can get people motivated, but like, I'm not a good boss. Like, I'm too nice, I don't care enough, like, I don't take stuff seriously. But you need a team you need a team of bosses that know how to take their lane and department and run it up. And like I said, I'm a creative at heart. I mean, I want to be a great businessman. I want to be a mogul and all that stuff. But at my core, I'm a creator. I'm a storyteller. I'm a person who understands IP and how to, entertain and connect with individuals. So I need a strong team around me who know how to execute. And therefore, I had to learn how to delegate. I've had to learn how to say, all right, you got that. This is my inspiration. This is my vision. Take it, run with it, and get it right. Bring it back to me when it's right. And I think as any mogul, any boss, any leader, that's probably one of the greatest lessons that you have to learn, where you have to trust your team, you have to trust the process, and allow people to be the the bosses within your infrastructure.
Yeah.
I think especially now, it's as simple as that sounds, that's what it is today. Like, do it and stick to it. Like, don't give up. Like, do it efficiently, do it because don't try it. If you try it, it's not gonna work. Do it as if there's no other option. The balance of confidence, of self-love, of there's no other option but me. I'm him. Your network is your network.
Yeah.
I don't care who I know. It's more about who knows me. I'm gonna go over here and figure it out, and you're welcome to the party. Like, but I don't want to go to your party.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a person who, like, my personal bandwidth is overloaded constantly, but my spiritual bandwidth, I don't give everybody my energy. I believe in myself so much in the space of music that all I want to do is give other people opportunity while I express myself as an artist as well.